Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk, and today we've got Dark B to B Clan FG and his Manticore, one of my favorite tanks. He is here on Himmel's Koreliadorf in a standard battle, all tier 10. You guys have a fantastic day. It's the afternoon, and I've decided to have a little sniff of my 20-year port. It's a gift. Don't go crazy. I don't have a lot of it. In fact, I think that's the second to last little glass. All right, Dark B2B sent me this replay, and he said, "Well, I didn't really know that I had finished LT15 for the T55A, which is 7,000 combined damage and assist. That's quite a bit. Completely doable at tier 10, especially with the tank like the Manticore." And he finished up LT15, which is nice. You can see he's running a CVS. He's got a Bounty LNS. LNE, low noise exhaust, and he's running optics. So he's got a real good camo vision set up right here. He is running 2 HE, 6 APCR, and 12 AP. My suggestion, my friend, with this is to run pure APCR on the Manticore. It's up to you, but you've got to make every shot count, and the APCR is just basically superior. You might carry a couple HEs, but even that, if you're relying on the HE and a counter scout roll to save you, you're probably in trouble. You just want to keep this thing away from other scouts. That being said, there's an EBR and a WZ 132-1 on the other side. So on this map, on good old Karelia Himmelsdorf, obviously you've got this middle area right here, which is a place you need to be very careful about with EBRs, because they can zing in there and get real deep and light you up just because they get close and get out much easier than you can. But at the same time, that's a really great place for a Manticore to go. So we're going to take a look. He said to go ahead and critique this, see if we can come up with some ways for Dark B2B to get a little better results, see if we can find any mistakes, talk about the things that went well, all that good stuff we do in these debrief style replay analysis. All right, so there goes Michelup. Oh, good gosh. I thought he was going to drive right off the cliff. I'm glad you didn't drive off the cliff, because that would have been a fairly quick end, and you wouldn't have got LT15 done. So he heads over to the swampy area. Now, this is not a place I go to very much. Let's see how it works out for him. I do see a lot of scouts go here, but I don't see great results often. If you're somebody that comes over here, go ahead and sing out in the comments down there and let me know what's good or bad about it. I suppose, okay, well, he goes for an early shot. Does not get lit. A little bit surprised. That seems to indicate there's no scouts nearby, or at least they're over off to his left, and his tank was being blocked. All right, so he grabs this bush. I like that he was careful initially in case somebody else came up in there. That's what you're looking for there, is trying to kill that guy. Now, we don't want to shoot, though, right now. It's just too early. More than likely, he gets lit, and because of his relatively low hit points, he probably gets deleted or at least mauled. Also, this part of the battle, they don't know where he is, right? He hasn't been lit. The longer your Manticore is hidden, as long as it's providing SA and intel and assist, try to remain that way. See, this guy's just raging through. He probably has no idea why he's being spotted. Very nicely done right there. 845. That's huge. Getting rid of the EBR 105 frees up the map and a lot of things that you couldn't do while that guy was still alive. So you get too far forward because of the EBR speed, they have a pretty easy time finding the scouts, lighting them up and living. That guy just raged around like a sprayed roach and died in the middle. All right, notice he's checking the high point here. This is my concern now. It looks like the purple team has taken this area here, right? It looks like the leopard pushed in, and Dark B's team is down here on the south. That means pretty quickly there's going to be mediums and stuff trolling around up above right here. And you would hate to get lit or proxy lit. See, there's the VZ. He's already looking off the edge. So Dark B's going to make a move. And it looks like maybe he's going to come up here and try to spot. Oh, okay. Did that get him lit? It did. It did. So he's got to back out of that and just hope that the F... Okay, never mind. FV's not going to shoot him. Nice. That was not his spotting, though. It looks like his team is already up and on the enemy cap. Check that out. Now, that's something you don't see every day. The green guys have pushed all the way up and onto the cap with only killing 3 of the purple. That means nearly all the purple is over here in the heavy brawling area. That was pretty insane. So they killed the FV, the EBR died in the middle, they got the Artie, they cleared one of the Artie anyway, they cleared him out of the cap. Very interesting. So this is not turning into what I would call a standard scout, big scout spotting situation on this map. Generally, that's because you've moved through the middle of the map over here, right, and hidden and given your sniper shots, or maybe you've lit guys up here on the edge. But right now, his team owns 3/5, 3/4 of the map. Let's see what he does with that, because he only has 845. So he's going to move around this way, it looks like. Maybe go up top. He does have a lot of snipers. If he can light some guys up top and get some shots coming across, that would be huge for him. There we go. Yeah, we found some dudes up here, so we'll put a shot on him. Looks like he's going to go for a track. I like that. Drops back down. He does get lit. He had to assume based on that shot he was going to. Shots coming across. All right, now we're starting to gather a little bit of assist. Okay, use the bush. I like that. Come on up to where they can't see it. Look at the Kron actually sees him. Potentially there's somebody at a different angle right here. It's hard to tell. Maybe the Kron saw him. Spotting and vision is pretty good for the tier 10, so I don't know if there might be something else up there. There's a leopard up here somewhere, so it's possible the leopard saw him. Kron takes a shot at him. He's up to 1,700 assists and 400 damage. Yeah, this is what he needs to be doing here, though. He's just lighting these guys up. Very nice. There we go. 653 more. The Kron. Get up there and light him up now that he's gone dark. There we go. Very nice. Might be able to get into this bush now. Again, depending on where that leopard is. He's a little bit leery, I think, of pushing up and over. Yeah, he got lit again. All right, so the leopard is nearby. Isn't that interesting? The leopard, who knows, man? Somehow the leopard, I think, is spotting him, and he's not spotting the leopard. That is very interesting. Let's keep an eye on the mini-map down there and see. Maybe it is the Kron, but I have a feeling the leopard's nearby. Oh, hold on. There's a WZ-132-1 unspotted. Very interesting. Where would he be? That is very interesting. I don't know where that guy is. He comes. There it is. All right, so this is the leopard. There he is. He's right there. So he's moved up. He takes a chunk out of him. Actually, that's an ST2. Never mind. I thought that was a leopard. But he gets thumped. There's the 132. Okay, so hard to tell. Very possible. As he was in the dip there, he was probably maybe covered up from the WC. It's hard to tell. May have been something else up top seeing him. Very interesting. Not sure. And that's tier 10 in a nutshell, folks. Tier 10 in a nutshell. He did mention that he thinks the WZ was the guy seeing him and decided not to shoot him for whatever reason. So now we can gather up some more hit points here. As far as damage, that's nice. So we got 4,800. We're at 838. So we're closing in on the 7,000 we need. Yeah, I think you go for the back of that guy. That's a much lighter target. There we go. And we track him. Maybe we can get some more damage out of the track, potentially. There we go. A little extra track damage. Now we're up to 5,300 assist. 1,200, and we're just about there, right? 65, 66. T-57's coming up top here. Kind of hanging out behind the T-57. I think while, yeah, just push up and over. That guy's busy. I try to use those kind of situations where they're paying attention to somebody else to make my move. Possibly he sees you coming up and goes after the lighter skinned tank. That's also possible. So we're at 5,300. There may be actually some... There may be some unaccounted for spotting there. If guys go dark, sometimes it doesn't count it until after the game. Maybe going for a track there. Okay, that's probably... There we go. So nicely done. Some extra track damage at the end, 942. Easily put us up and over what we needed. So we've got 7,800 right there with the Mana Core. So I would agree with his assessment, Dark V, when he sent me the note. He said, you know, this didn't feel like it was going to be an LT15 game. And he's been on it, he said, for several years trying to get this thing done. And I'd agree, it didn't really feel like one either based on spotting. But he just kept at it, added a few more bits of damage on his own. He was going to need at least 700 based on his spotting. Couple nice tracking situations that brought a few more of the assist points up there, and there you have it. He ends up with 7,000 on what was a very strange game. It was a romple stomp, but based on where he went and what he did. Okay, that interesting first little spot right there. It's not a spot I go to. I see how he played it. I thought that was a smart way to do it. Can be dangerous if another scout comes up and you guys keep proxy lighting each other, because it then becomes a situation of what's going on up here in the northwest as you're lit on that ledge. If the other team comes around enough, they start having shots into your side. So got to pay attention to that. But as far as an early initial spot, it did get rid of the EBR, which is nice. And I think it has the added bonus that I don't think the EBRs generally go up on that ramp because it's kind of hard to drive on them. It depends on the EBR driver. Some people are really good at it. They usually tend to be out in these open spaces, so he was able to grab that bush and hang out right there. In the WZ, I think the WZ, for his part, probably didn't want to go too deep into the swamp down there for a couple reasons. Number one, the Manicore is probably going to out camo and out spot him, and the other side, the green side, had an EBR too. So there's a lot of scout, counter scout ideas going on right there. All right, Dark B, congratulations on that, my friend. Well done with the LT15 for the T55A. Let us know down in the comments if that's the one that got you the tank or if you're still working on it. Thanks for everybody else for coming and supporting the channel. As always, we will see ya.